Deep.
Scared officers are saying the same thing when they pull up a car.
That's true.
Who am I
The short guy.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? So we got a conflict of communication going on about who's who in the community. And unless we have more of these kind of conversations, we ain't gonna never know who we're gonna get. We're not gonna ever know who we're gonna get because the people who know the bad guys who are out there shooting, they're not telling us who they are.
So how we gonna catch him?
And every cop that pulls over a car for a traffic violation doesn't know who he's gonna get. So we gotta get through this whole conflict of not knowing who our community is. And the people that y'all talking about, the ones who are out there who say they're concerned, they need to be part of the barbershop conversation. They need to be the influencers because the police can't arrest crime away. We've been arresting people for decades.
Crime still here.
And the crime's still
Yeah,
there.
work. Yeah,
That's
work.
not the answer. And then too, what communities are being impacted the most about violent crime? It's minority community, the most vulnerable community. But when you think about homicides, we talk about 300 homicides, right? But you don't think about when you aggregate totals, when you have 300 homicides, how many of African American young men going to jail? That's how you aggregate what's happening in your community. 2 dead, 1 going to jail.
That's 3 gone.
3 dead, 1 going to jail. When you think about the impact that violent crime has on our community, incarceration and the cyclical effect of incarceration on minority communities, people should be angry. Just like they marched when George Floyd got killed. You should be angry and marching about every black kid that gets killed. It's hypocritical. A bullet is a bullet is a bullet.
No matter who words find.
It's killing black people every day. But we don't get angry about that. We don't wake up in the morning with these uniforms on.
And that's the elephant.
When I get up in the morning and I watch the news and I saw George Floyd, I was angry too. Because I'm a human being. He's a human being. We just doing a job. We trying to protect the community. If there are some people that don't need to have this uniform on, you leave that to me. And we'll take care of that.
Strict, you made a good move.
You know.
Every good officer
I really
don't
believe
want a bad officer working with them.
I really believe it. I really believe what you saying.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean it too.
feel
I
like
got representatives.
I know one
I've
thing.
seen people before you though.
The change you were talking about?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. If we get mad when Lil Ray get killed by Lil Pookie, I'm mad. If we get just as mad about that as we do about George Floyd, you'll stop it. You'll stop it. But like I said, I was in homicide last year. We had 335 of them. So when, like she said, when George Floyd happened, yeah, I was upset. But I had just left a scene where it was 2 young men that looked like the young men I coached and mentored laying on the ground. But when nobody out there marching, when nobody mad, the only person that was mad was their mom. But that's it. So until the whole community gets just as mad about that as George Floyd, I mean, you ain't gonna get that change.
Is there a possible way we can have open forum, open forum talks with officers that allow people to come in and not just tell them, right or wrong, but teach them about like the new gun law that's coming up. You know what I'm saying? But and the thing about it is, do kids know about it? Because I believe that kids want to be taught.
Yeah.
They just don't know this. It's stuff out there for me to go. Like, who don't want an education?
So when we were at the first ones we were doing, Jimmy, don't you remember? What was the lady? She talks about them in Hickory Hill. Yeah. They do great programs out there. So it's going on. I said the same thing you said. Like, I don't know nothing about this. You know what I mean? I didn't know. And they do some things in Whitehaven, but I didn't know anything about this. And I think sometimes they got to put it more out there. And we talked about this. This being a forum to where we put it out, to where we get a following where they start seeing these things and we put these things out. Along with you, right? I mean, I'm online. You online. I know people follow you. And you get whatever we get, we can put it out there. But again, They do run those things. Now here's the flip. If they run these programs, it shouldn't be the same us going to them all the time. You got to get that dude that sit there and kick it with you, who stay in the neighborhood. Hey man, come on, let's roll.
Same way I used to do insurance. You do them like that. Hey, look man, we pull up to the club real quick. Hop in the car with me. Boom. So when you get in the car, we pull up to the farm. Hey, hold on. I see police car. I know you do. This the club tonight. When we learn something, bro, we can drink when we leave. We're gonna learn something right because everybody. I mean, it's my constitutional right to carry a weapon to protect myself. Let's throw this out there. It's my natural born right as a citizen to carry a weapon. Yeah. But I might not know all the laws I need to know to carry. Yeah. So just by me not knowing, I can end up like this instead of going home because I don't know.
Being able to know how to shoot. That was the first thing we talked about at the beginning. Like you getting guns and you don't know how to even handle no pistol.
Kids want to like you can't tell me he's not a child or a person, not child, a 21-year-old adult that's carrying a weapon who don't want to go fire some rounds off. Because I know I go to the gun range and fire off rounds sometimes.
They don't want to go to the gun range and shoot. They want to shoot their backyard.
You're right, but see the thing about it is, are we giving them a space